Basketball here.
It's the lights dim. They've got, makes you feel like you're almost at the Delta Center or at one of these primetime arenas, because that's the way they take care of them here in Richfield at the Sevier Valley Center. Appreciate Snow College being our sponsor for tonight's pregame show. You can visit snow.edu today. Did you know that Snow College has the lowest tuition rate in the state? On average, you'll pay half as much at Snow as you'd have to pay at the bigger schools. Low tuition and ranked number one for student success. That's what we call a great value. Learn more at snow.edu again today. And a big shout out to Snow College hosting this tournament this year. They're busy, Rick. They got 1A next week, and that's a real production. You know, you got the double dip with boys and girls. Richfield High gets involved. It's
with 32 teams.
Yeah, it's a lot. As 1A is traditionally held here. 3A and 2A rotate through here and a few other spots. So excited to see how this turns out here. Let's talk a little bit now about the two teams again and how they got here for folks that are just joining us. Flip side, Emery, the number 5 seed, knocked off Judge Memorial.
And that's a good Judge team.
A good Judge team, yeah, that 4-5 matchup. Ended up winning that game by 10-plus points to get to yesterday in the semifinal. Then they got the biggest win in the tournament, in my opinion, knocking off the number 1 team, the overwhelming favorite, Grantsville Lady Cowboys. Coach Faimalo's done a fantastic job with this group of girls to get here.
Yeah, and they like playing for him.
They do. I loved the calm demeanor that he has. He's not going to be in a rush. He's not going to be in a hurry. And that paid off for his girls last night. They had 22 turnovers at halftime. They only committed 10 in the second half compared to that first half.
Well, and, you know, if you were to say 10 turnovers and you still won a semifinal in a half, in girls basketball, that's very capable.
Yes, absolutely. They were only down 5 at halftime before making the impressive comeback. For the flip side of the Richfield Wildcats, they knocked off 7-seed Canyon View in the opening round. Terrific defense. Some of the best defense I think we've seen all weekend, if not the best, in that second and third quarter, only allowing 2 points at the time. Follow that up, they get Carbon. And again, we talked about how much of a mystery that game was because both teams had beaten up on each other pretty good in the regular season. Richfield played a great end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter, gave them a bit of a cushion. Carbon came with the run, and the Wildcats were able to withstand it and find themselves here.
Yeah, and I've always said this, and I still say it. You've got to win a tournament game generally when you don't play your very best.
Yeah.
And because it's 3 games back to back to back.
3 days.
And it's hard to be the same intensity all 3 games. And but it also helps to have good talent.
Absolutely. Emery Spartans getting introduced here. Again, coming into this tournament, they were 15-8 on the season, 9-5 in region play. Let's talk a little bit more about Coach John Faimalo. He is the head football coach as well at Emery High School. They've had a couple of good years on the gridiron. Now he finds himself double dipping now with girls basketball, getting them here to the state championship. Again, just a calm guy. Doesn't panic. Instills a lot of confidence into his girls and his players, and they respond well to it. I love the culture. I love the attitude. I love the charisma this team has.
Oh, yeah, and I've officiated a couple football games where he's coached over at Castle Dell.
Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Because I officiate high school football.
You do.
And he's just a great guy. And we were joking about that yesterday. I was talking to him, and we were joking about, I said, now you won't get after me. I'm on the radio. I'm not officiating.
And here's the thing I liked about him, too. When he has a question or disagrees with the call, he's very respectful about it, always leaves the conversation with a smile on his face.
Well, he knows I was kidding about him getting after me.
Oh, and absolutely, that's the thing.
I was, because I just have the utmost respect for him.
Yeah, he's done just an absolutely spectacular job with this program. Again, they average 60 points, 31 rebounds, 11 assists per contest, 42% from the floor, 31% from 3, 64% at the line. If you look at some of the results that they had of teams that were in this tournament, again, lost to Richfield twice. They ended up losing to Juab twice, which a couple of setbacks there for them in the season. Ended up losing to Canyon View and then beating Canyon View, and then they also split with Carbon So they've kind of had an up and down season, but he's got them playing their best basketball at the most important time.
Yeah, and it's a whole new season when you get in the tournament, and sometimes people forget that.
Yep. Wildcats now being introduced. Richfield on the season 20-4. They went 13-1 in region play. Again, lost to Grantsville early in the season by 19 points, and then had a loss to Carbon by 25 in Richfield. But ever since that game, they have been on an absolute tear to close out the season. Coach Mark Peterson, again, this is his last game as the head coach.
24 years coaching career, and he's seventh most wins all time in the state of Utah, 360 games.
That just doesn't happen by chance. He's done a phenomenal job. Again, the Wildcats average 52 points, 31 rebounds, 13 assists per game, 40% from the floor, 32% from three, 65% at the free throw line. Talk a little bit more, Rick, here, how much Coach Peterson's meant to this community over the last 24 years.
Oh, just terrific. He's done it for a long time. He's had success. Richfield's been fortunate to have Rand James in the boys program and to have Mark Peterson on the girls. Been very stable because Rand's in his 18th year.
Yeah, that's right.
And so a lot of programs don't have that stability. That's why they both have huge success.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get things started here. Starting lineup's about to be announced. I like how they do this, too, at the state tournament. They go every other player. The players meet at midcourt, give a little fist bump as we'll get underway here momentarily. Starting lineups, starting for the Spartans. They go with Libby Faimalo, the senior daughter of Coach John Faimalo, one of the better rebounders and defenders on this team for Emery. They'll go with Richfield will go with number 33, Sarah Winters, a senior. Hit the two clutch free throws in that game last night, 73% at the free throw line. Starting also for the Spartans now to flip with them, number 4, Aaliyah Lester, a senior, 14 points a game, 41% from three, Rick. That's a really good number. Also starting now on the flip side for Richfield, number 34, senior Cameron Knutson, 10 points, 6 rebounds per game for Cameron. She's really important. Had some foul trouble last night. We'll see if she can stay out of that in this championship game. Over for Emery, starting number 22, Caitlin Nielsen, 13 points, 7 boards, 56 from the floor, 76 at the free throw line, and she was kind of the catalyst that brought them back against Grantsville in the paint. For Richfield, number 20, Abby Albrecht, a junior, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 59% from the floor. She's been a star for the Wildcats here in her junior season. And the final starter for the Emery Spartans, wearing second to last, Callie Jensen, a junior, 7 points per game for her. Brielle Jolly wears number 2. She's a senior for Richfield, 7 points, 3 assists per game, 31% from three, and just a calm presence out there on the floor for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and I do have to make one comment. Hallie James doesn't start for Richfield.
No, plays starter minutes.
And she plays starter minutes. It's because just different reasons she doesn't start. But she's she's the second leading three-point shooter in the whole state of Utah.
In the whole state, yeah. That's going to be something to keep an eye on tonight. Last starters, Carly Stilson, the senior point guard for Emery, wears number 3, 7 points, 4 assists, 38% from three. And the final starter for the Richfield Wildcats, they will go with number 12, Abigail Evanson, the senior. Great distributor, great ball handler. So we got opening tip-off here. It'll be between Caitlin Nielsen and Abby Albrecht. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks to Snow College for sponsoring our pregame show as the 2024 3A Girls State Basketball Championship about to get underway here live from the SVC on the campus of Snow College in Richfield. Lights are on. We're ready to roll. Albrecht and Nielsen will jump it up here at center court. Whistle's blown. And we are underway. Wildcats win the opening tip out to Brielle Jolly. Cats in their home white uniforms with the blue trim. Emery in the black uniforms, yellow trim. Evanson with it up top. Going to give it to Winters left side. Sarah with the right-hand dribble, gets in the lane, picks up her dribble, turns, gives to Albrecht. Abby with the power dribble, now back up top, Knutson. Cameron with the right hand, gives to Evanson. Left-hand dribble from Abigail, deflected. Jolly's now got it. She'll penetrate. Tries to feed that into Albrecht. Abby somehow came away with it with two Spartans in there. 15-foot jumper from Winters, no good. And the rebound comes down to Callie Jensen.
Yeah, Richfield had a good look, just couldn't get it to go.
Lester, corner threes up long, and the long rebound deflected out of bounds. It is, they call a jump ball here early in this one. They couldn't tell who it was off of. They're saying it was off of both of them, so that will be possession staying with the Spartans here.
Yeah, and that means that the possession will change back to Richfield.
45 seconds in, scoreless so far. Jensen sends it in right side to Stilson. Carly comes off the high screen, looking for someone picking up the dribble as Winters deflects it. Albrecht on the floor. We got another tie-up? We most certainly do. Possession goes to Richfield.
We've played less than a minute. We've had 3 jump balls.
Yeah,
well, only 2. But the tip was.
That counts as one, so you're right on the 3 jumps. Evanson with it, gives left side Jolly. She'll skip to the corner, Winters, bounces inside, Albrecht turns, draws the double team, steps through. They're going to call a travel, they will. Possession goes back to Emery a minute into this one.
Yeah, she stepped up, got an advantage with it. As the backside help defense came over, she cut between them.
Carly Stilson will bring it down with Evanson on her. Crosses the Snow College Fs, gives right side Callie Jensen. Jensen gives straight away Nielsen. Nielsen with the left-hand dribble. Hand back to Stilson. She'll take the left wing 3. It's up off the back rim. Rebound fought for. Faimalo gets it. Sends it out Lester. Lester right side drives, floats, shoots. Off the rim, no good. Knutson pulls down the rebound. Still scoreless.
That was just great determination.
Outlet to Albrecht. And they're going to say it stays with Richfield here. Last touch by Emery on the outlet.
Yeah, tipped up as Richfield had a player way in front of everybody. But it went off one of the Emery defenders.
Jolly will inbound on the baseline. Looking to send in, sends it out. Evanson. Abigail sets her feet. Nope, traveled with it. Ball goes back to Emery, 6:25 in.
Yeah, took a little hop. There's definitely nerves in this game.
You read my mind, Rick Robinson. A little nerves a minute 30 into this. A little slow start for both teams. As Evanson's going to pick up Stilson full court. As the ball goes into Carly. 6:23 left, opening period. No scores so far from either side. Right side Jensen comes off the Faimalo screen. Now Nielsen straight away with it. Hand off to Stilson. Right hand dribble gives to Lester. She's guarded tightly by Jolly. Turns around, trying to feed that into Nielsen. Now they give it back to Stilson. Skip past Faimalo. Lowers the shoulder, picks up the dribble, gives back to Jensen. 10 on the shot clock. She's going to pass it to Stilson. Stilson will drive baseline, send it to the corner with 3, with 2, and with 1. And a foul. So a good drive inside by Lester. She draws the foul and will get 2 free throws.
And that foul came right as the shot clock was hitting 0. So a big break for Emery. Otherwise, they were going to lose the ball.
Sarah Winters picks up her first as the first free throw from Lester is up and good. 73% for Lester. They've got some good foul shooter. Both teams do. And Lester hits the first.
Terrific move by Lester. I thought she was going to try a 3-point shot.
Same.
And then when she started drive, I thought they're never going to get a shot off in time.
2 for 2 at the line for Lester. It's now 2-0 in favor of Emery.
But I was wrong.
Ball comes into Jolly here. 5:48 left. Ball goes right side to Winters. Back up top, Jolly with it. She'll send left side, Evanson. Abigail with the right hand dribble. Sends it in the corner to Knutson. Knutson back up top. Evanson with it. Right side, Jolly. Now Winters trying to feed that into Albrecht. They do. She had one. Sends it out. Fake from Jolly. She'll get to the basket. Throw up the shot. She's fouled. That's going to be 2 free throws for Brielle Jolly, who shoots it at 64%.
Kind of interesting. We really have not had only a few looks at the basket. The 1 3-point attempt. And it's been the foul line here early.
Jolly's first is short. And Hallie James is going to check in, replacing Abigail Evanson. 5:25 to go here in the first period. One more here for Jolly. Shots up and down. Wildcats on the board, 2-1, 5:25 to go here in the first period. Kennedy Mon will check in. She gives them a good boost off the bench, 13 points and 8 boards. Drive here from Callie Jensen, gives inside. Nielsen, beautifully done. Nielsen can't finish, though. Rebound to Jolly.
Boy, she had a good look at that. That was definitely a nerve shot.
Winters, right wing three up, short. Albrecht, great offensive board. Power dribble, sends it back, swing to Winters. She's open, puts it on the floor, gives to Hallie left corner. Janes will come off the screen. Skip pass, Knutson. Cameron left hand, drops the defender, tries to feed to Albrecht. She does. Albrecht turns, shoots, and is fouled. And Abby's going to go to the free throw line with 4:49 to go here in the quarter. Still no field goals.
And it's a really rough and tumble. I think we're going to see this play smooth out a little bit. This definitely looks like the nerves of a state championship game.
I wholeheartedly agree. So Albrecht will shoot 2. 4:49 left. Free throw drops. Tied at 2. Kennedy Mon checks in. She's going to replace Caitlin Nielsen as Faimalo will stay in. One more free throw here for Albrecht. Try and give Richfield their first lead of the game. Shots up and down for Abby, who shoots it at 66% on the year. 3-2, Richfield. Nielsen crosses, it's Stilson crossing the timeline. She's going to go right corner to Jensen. Jensen skip pass. Emery very good at that skip pass. They used it to their advantage against the Cowboys last night. Stilson right hand dribble. She'll look to attack. Comes off the Mon screen. Gives inside to Jensen. Jensen throws up a wild shot. Hits the top of the backboard, which is not out of bounds. Fight for the loose ball. Are we going to get a jump? Are we going to get a foul? Oh, they're going to give a foul to Richfield here. They're going to call that on Hallie Janes, her first. Hallie's looking around. But that'll be the second team foul on Richfield. Baseline here. And I didn't realize Nielsen's got 2 fouls for Emery. I didn't realize she had picked up her second, Rick. That's huge.
Yeah, I did get that.
So now Lester will inbound on the baseline. Pounds the rock. Gives to the cutting Stilson. Winter stays up. Stilson scoops and scores. First field goal of the game. And it's now 4-3 Emery. 4:15 to go in the first.
Yeah, and a good drive around the right side of the lane. That was a pretty move.
Winters right side with it. Will pump. Give to Janes. Right side. Janes hounded. Again, Hallie hit 7 threes against Canyon View. Winters with the left-hand dribble. Crosses. Sends it back up to Jolly. Jolly will pump fake. Come off the high screen. Look to attack with it. Send it back to Knutson. Cameron with it. Give and go with Evanson. 3 on the way from Knutson. That's off the front rim. Rebound Mon. And now Stilson will bring it down for Emery. Right side, Callie Jensen with it. Hesitates, gives to Faimalo. Lob into Mon. Beautiful entry. Mon scoops and scores, and Emery now leads it 6-3.
Yeah, when she catches the ball on that backside, there was no backside help, so you just had to spin and put it in. That was a great entry pass.
Got a couple loose shoes. One, Hallie Janes. 2, Aaliyah Lester will tie her shoe. Now we're ready to roll. 3:28 left, first quarter. It's Emery 6, Richfield 3. As Janes brings it across the timeline for the Wildcats. Hallie on the right side. Picks up her dribble. Going to give to Knutson right side. Cameron with it, high. Gives over now Albrecht. Abby pump fakes. Pumps again. Gives to Winters. Winters thought about the 3. Left-hand dribble. Now Janes. Janes, quick trigger 3, right wing buckets. Hallie Janes with a massive 3, and we're tied at 6.
There's a reason why she had 89's the last time I checked, but there's a reason why she's made that many.
Again, in this tournament, Rick, I believe she's hit 17 in 4 games as the pass goes over Faimalo's head out of bounds. Wildcats get a turnover with 2:51 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, we were tied at 2. We had 2 lead changes, and now we're tied at 6.
Ball comes into Janes. Handoff Albrecht, top of the key. They're giving Abby a lot of room to operate. She'll look to attack off the dribble. Spin move, send it out. Jolly thought about the 3 twice. Now looks to attack. Gets to the rim. High arcer. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. We'll get a foul going on Kennedy Mon, so this will stay with Richfield. 2:36 left.
Yeah, Kennedy didn't have the angle on that. The rebound was coming long. You like the aggressiveness, but you certainly don't want her to get in foul trouble.
Addie Hurst, the sophomore, checks in.
Well, Kennedy's just a sophomore herself.
Yeah. First personal on Mon. Ball goes in the corner. Swing it up top. Knutson. Cameron with it. Inside, Albrecht. Sends it over. Jolly 3 up. No. Rebound inside. Comes down to Hurst as Hallie Janes will sit with 2:22 left here in the first quarter. Stilson goes right corner to Jensen. Callie drives the baseline, sends in the corner. Jolly, good hands, gets the steal for Richfield. Brings it across the timeline for the Wildcats. 6-6 our score. Knutson thought about the three, puts it on the floor. Cameron will drive it, send it over to Evanson. Abigail drives, bounces just off the foot of Abby, and Abigail knew it.
Yeah, the pass was just too low, and a little bit of nerves there, driving in, trying to get a good bounce pass.
Stilson with it. 2 minutes to go play. First quarter tied at 6. Both teams with just one field goal. The rest has been free throws. Skip pass. It's Sage Curtis, the junior, that's in, not Addie Hurst. My apologies on not seeing 25 versus 35. Missed three there by Jensen. Good tap from Jolly. Knutson's got a lane. Coast to coast goes Knutson, and she lays it up and in. Lead back to Richfield, 8-6.
And that's our third lead change. It's the largest lead Richfield's had. They'd only led by one.
Across the timeline, Stilson. Sends it up top, Mon. We're going to get a foul inside here on Abby Albrecht. We'll see. Is that the first on Abby, Rick?
Yes.
So now we're going to see Katie Anderson check in.
Richfield has a foul on Abby Albrecht, on Hallie, and on Sarah Winters.
Jolly will sit here. 1:26 left. Ball goes in the backcourt. Stilson with it. Looks to attack. Will take it baseline. Skip it in the corner. Three on the way from Jensen. It's strong. Good box out from Evanson, and she pushes for the Lady Cats. Right-hand dribble from Abigail. Going to pull it back out. Take the 15-foot J. Good.
Boy, that was a pretty shot. Just on the left side, outside the lane. And as she came around, she was open. She put that up.
Hit a big shot in the fourth quarter last night. Ball goes left side to Curtis. Now back up. Stilson, lob into Mon. Mon turns, shoots, banks, and scores. Good answer from Emery. It's now 10-8 under a minute to play.
Yeah, two lobs have come into her, and both of them been terrific. She just spins and puts it in.
40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Evanson calls out a new play. Gives to Albrecht, high post. At the free throw line, she'll pump. Give to Winters. Sarah's left open. She'll take the three, make the three. Sarah Winters, 35% on the season. Terrific three-point shooter. 13-8 Richfield. Ball goes into Mon. She draws the double, lowers the shoulder. Offensive foul. Sarah Winters hits a three on one end, takes the charge on the other for Richfield.
Yeah, and that's two fouls on Mon, and I think we're going to see a substitution. She's really been a force in this game.
17.2 on the clock. Callie Janes returns. Evanson will sit. Sub here for Emery. Cabry Gordon, who played well for the Spartans in that win yesterday off the bench, just a sophomore for the Emery. As now Katie Anderson brings it down for Richfield. Final possession here, first quarter of play. Wildcats with a 5-point lead. Anderson crosses over, looks to drive it. Gets cut off with three, with two, and it's deflected out. It's going to stay with Richfield. 2.3 on the clock here. We've seen Hallie Janes, Rick, on these inbounds on the baseline. Let's see what happens here.
Well, she's going to take it out of bounds. We'll see what happens here.
Well, she usually does. And what does she do? Sneak to the corner. Gives it into Albrecht. Abby turns, shoots, bangs, scores it at the horn. Richfield takes a 15-8 lead into quarter number two. We'll take a break and be back here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. Second quarter about to get underway here. Richfield ended that quarter quite well, Rick. Took him a second to get going, but the floodgates have opened a little bit here.
Well, it was a strong quarter, but you're still in the first quarter. If there's anything I've learned in this state tournament is nothing is set in stone. The comeback by Ogden boys last night really confirmed that.
Gordon catches high, screen from Faimalo, sends to the corner. Lester crosses, looks to dribble drive, pulls it back out, comes off the screen, loses her balance for a moment. Richfield wants to travel, they don't get it.
Well, it's because they let a little bump go.
Yeah, ball goes into Nielsen with the 2 fouls. Winters on her. Nielsen turns, shoots, misses. Rebound comes down to Abby Albrecht. Albrecht leads the break here for the Lady Cats. Sends it over to Jolly, top Winters. Winters with the left hand will drive, flip, shoot, miss. Follows it with her own rebound here. Sarah picks up her dribble, ball deflected, and Carly Stilson gets the steal. Coast to coast goes Stilson. She'll take it, miss. Rebound Knutson. Hallie Janes just bothered her enough. Jolly will drive and is fouled by Gordon here.
Yeah, and she just was faster than most players, but Hallie did enough to get down there and prevent the lay-in, and I give her credit.
7:08 left here in the second quarter.
Sometimes she has some breathing issues, and that's what.
Janes will look to trigger in, lob inside. Nice pass to Knutson. Off, Winters fights for the rebound. We'll get a tie-up. Possession is going to stay with Richfield here with 7:04 left. Officials is there going to be a foul call?
No,
they call jump. Okay.
A great pass by Hallie down there. Knutson just couldn't finish.
Inbound to Abby. She loses it for a moment. Winters catches high, lobs back into Albrecht. 3 seconds in the key. It'll go back to Emery here. She never got back out after sending it out.
You know, I've been watching this game all year, and that's the first 3 second I've seen called all year. Both boys and girls.
Saw one yesterday.
I'm not saying it wasn't the right call.
That would be my second. So, yeah, I haven't seen it much either. Lester with it. Skip top. Faimalo. She's going to hand it off to Stilson. Deep right wing 3 from Carly. It's off. Rebound Jolly. Brielle. Outlet to Knutson. Cameron's fouled. And good sportsmanship there by Stilson to help her back up.
Yeah, I didn't mean to foul her. The pass went up high, and just the body came into her.
We'll get Callie Jensen back in the game. She's going to replace Carly Stilson here with 6:38 left in the quarter. Right, have our Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next. Janes will inbound, left wing, lobs it again to Albrecht, and we'll get a push in the back. It'll be the 3rd team foul on Emery. And
yeah, and it looked that way to us, but you know, you just never know. The official's right down there.
Janes will trigger baseline. 6:38 left here in the second quarter. Hallie looking. We'll send back to Jolly. Jolly right hand, getting in the paint, sends to Winters. She'll take a corner 3. Long. Fight for the rebound. Albrecht comes down with it for Richfield. Bounces to Knutson. Cameron, left hand, scores it, and that makes it 17-8.
And a great pass, and Knutson with a defender in her face banked it in. A great shot by Knutson.
Timeout from Coach Faimalo. We'll take it as well on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
6:20 to go here in the second quarter. Richfield 17, Emery 8. Good timeout there from Coach Faimalo. And again, he's a calm, collected dude. He passes that on to his teams. Ball comes in here to Jensen on the right side. Bounce pass right wing, Gordon. She'll give up top to Lester, and we'll get a foul out front on Richfield. Brielle Jolly knocking the screener over there. And so it'll be side out of bounds here for Emery. With 6:13 left. Mon's going to check in. Nielsen's going to sit.
Yeah, with 2 fouls but I think he feels like he's got to have her. He's got to stay within this game.
So it'll be sideline out of bounds here. Anderson triggers it in to Jensen. Or Gordon, into Jensen. Lester, right-hand dribble. Gives over to Jensen, right side. She'll handle it with the right hand. Give it inside to Mon. Good double team inside. Knutson gets there. We'll get a tie-up. Possession stays with Emery.
Yeah.
That double came quick, Rick.
Yeah, they came in, and Hallie came in and grabbed that. And actually 3 different girls around her.
Pounding the rock, sending it back into Jensen, right side. Callie with it, gives into Mon. Mon lowers the shoulder, turns, shoots, and hits on the rim forever. Offensive rebound. Faimalo, she gives it inside to Mon. Mon scores. Good play from Libby Faimalo.
Yeah, Mon with 6 points. She's got 6 of their 10 points, and she has been setting a lot of this game.
17-10, 5:38 left here before halftime. Albrecht catches high. Gives it left side, Jolly. She'll pump. Look to dribble drive. Hand off Janes. Hallie left side. Pumped on the 3. Gives right side to Winters. It's deflected, but into the hands of Jolly. Jolly will have it deflected again. Now Janes. Hallie back to Winters. Or Jolly, Now left side, Janes. 4 on the shot clock with 2. And with 1, a block shot as the horn sounds. Great defense from the Emery Spartans.
Yeah, Richfield did not realize how close the clock was. And when they did, they were really not in a very good position to get a shot off.
Carly Stilson checks into the ball game as Aaliyah Lester will sit. Stilson with it up top. 5:04 to go before halftime. 17-10. Richfield still in front. Jensen pump fakes. Gives it inside to Mon. Quick double team again. Mon gets through. Blocked from Abby Albrecht. Jolly has it poked away from behind by Jensen. Good defensive play from Jensen to stop the fast break. And a good defensive play from Albrecht inside on the other end.
But you still like the way Emery's pounding that in. I mean, that's smart basketball. And Richfield did a great job. That was good backside help.
3 from Janes, right wing, no. Rebound comes down to Faimalo. It's off of her knee. Will stay with the Wildcats here.
Yeah. And Janes had an opening. It was a long opening. And she has made a few of those in this tournament.
Janes gets it into Jolly. Now back to Hallie left wing. She'll give it back up top, Jolly. Brielle looks to attack the right side. Now Knutson's got it. Gives to Jolly, middle of the paint. Attacks. Euro step for 2. Oh my goodness, what a move from Brielle Jolly.
Oh, when she stepped back to the right, there was nobody there. Right in the center of the lane.
Faimalo skips left corner. Now gives straight away Jensen. Right side. Callie will drive it. Good defense from Knutson moving her feet. Stilson pumps. Once, twice, drives baseline, sends it up top to Gordon. Gordon will right-hand dribble, give to Faimalo. Pump from Libby. She'll look to attack. Send it back to Jensen. 9 on the shot clock. Good looking shot. Callie Jensen with a big 3. It's 19-13, 3:54 left here before halftime.
That was a nice in and out. Jensen was open, and it rattled around and went down for her.
Jolly with the basketball. Emery again in a 2-3 zone. Right side Knutson. Back to Jolly. Brielle, right side. Cameron takes the uncontested 3 and hits it. Cameron Knutson with the triple.
Yeah, and just when Emery maybe had momentum with a 3, Richfield comes back and counters with their own 3.
Stilson with it. Gives right side Jensen. In the paint, Mon. Mon draws the double again. Shoots, is fouled. And Kennedy Mon will go to the free throw line with 3:20 to go here in the first half. Let's see if they call this on. They'll give it to Sarah Winters. Is that 2 or 3 on Sarah here, Rick?
That's
her second. So free throws coming here for Mon. Kennedy connects on the first, 22-14, as we'll see Lester and Evanson check in.
She has 7 of the 14 points. That's how valuable. And she is set with 2 fouls a lot of this game. Did not start either.
That's right. A great boost off the bench. Both these teams, between her and Janes, different roles, but the same result given their team's success. Free throws both go, 22-15, 3:20 left before halftime. A little bit of pressure here from Emery. Evanson skips it up, to Jolly. James, transition three. No, rebound Faimalo. Good look from Hallie, doesn't go. Stilson gets it up. And this is going to be Richfield's ball. Let's see here. The officials are going to have a conversation about this.
Well, we've already had one jump ball. I couldn't see it. Let's look here in the replay.
They're going to say it stays with the Spartans.
Yeah, it went off. It went off
The
Richfield.
fingertip, just barely.
How good is Barrett and his team, our producer? Thank you.
Jensen to inbound in the corner, sends it inside to Mon. A little bit high pass. Albrecht picks it off.
One of the few times a pass has been too high.
Albrecht drives right to the rim. Evanson in the corner. Skip pass, Knutson. Cameron gives right side, Jolly. Jolly pumps up to Evanson. Reset here for the Wildcats with 2:47 to go before halftime. They go Albrecht in the middle. Abby draws a quadruple team. There were 4 black jerseys there. Good steal.
And that's what that zone's going to do. It's meant to take away the inside.
Good deflection from Knutson. Jensen able to retain it. Callie will drive. Good get to the rim, but she sends it out. Open three, Lester. Long. Rebound comes down to Janes. Timeout to Coach Mark Peterson. Will take it as well here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
When Bark detects a digital danger, I receive automatic alerts so that I can deal with problems as they arise, while still respecting my son's privacy by not having to read through every single message. Bark even delivers research-backed recommendations on dealing with the issue. This helps me and my son work together, trust each other, and build a deeper bond. Bark has helped protect millions of children while detecting tens of thousands of severe self-harm situations. Bark brings us closer together.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in Wildcat basketball. Good time out there from Coach Peterson. Just kind of settle things down here, Rick. Both teams seem a little rushed. Knutson up high. Dribble drive from Cameron. Bumped and fouled. That'll be team foul number 4 on Emery with 2:08 remaining in the half. Baseline out of bounds here for Richfield. As Katie Anderson will send it in. Pounds the rock. Looking, sends to the corner, heads up play from Stilson. She saves it in. Ball on the ground. Faimalo's got it. Transition opportunity for Emery. Stilson, coast to coast, bounces inside. Nielsen, no. Fight for the rebound inside, and Evanson's got it. And a foul's going to be called on Emery going the other way. And that's 5 team fouls, Rick, so free throws for the Wildcats these last 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that rebound was brought down there by Albrecht. And it looked like Emery, I don't know from your angle, was in a better position to get the board, and all of a sudden Albrecht came down with it.
66% on the year for the junior Abby Albrecht, as she will attempt the first of 2 here. Shots up and down. James checks in. Gordon checks in for Richfield.
Can you imagine trying to officiate one of these games?
Nope.
These guys are terrific. I would hate to do that because no matter what you call, people are going to question you.
24-15, minute 54 to go here before halftime. A 9-point lead for Richfield. Stilson with it, right side. Going to give to Faimalo straight away. Left side now, Lester. Trying to hit the entry into Nielsen. They really want to go in there. They do. Albrecht's leaving her hands up. Turn, shoots, blocked by Albrecht. Good offensive rebound. Leads to a 3 from Gordon. In and out. Fight for the board. Faimalo. She sticks it back in. Big basket for Emery. 24-17.
Emery got 3 shots at him. All 3 of them were good looks. The final one was a lay-in, and Faimalo was going to make sure she made that.
Ball goes back up top to Evanson. Sends to James in the corner. Hallie, skip pass inside to Knutson, and Cameron will go to the line with 1:14.
Yeah, a great pass from James. Knutson was there, and as she went up, an obvious foul.
Knutson on the season, 64% at the free throw line. First one's up, in and out. One more for Cameron with 1:14 left. We'll get Sage Curtis, the junior, back in for Emery, as Gordon's going to sit. Or no, excuse me, Nilsson's going to sit. She's got the 2 fouls. You don't want her to get a third heading into halftime. One more for Cameron Knutson. It's up and down. 25-17, 1:14 to go before halftime. Keep in mind, it was 22-17 at the half for Emery yesterday. Ball goes right side. Trying to go somewhere with it is Gordon. The Wildcats just swarming as Evanson's out on Stilson. Stilson with it now, under a minute to play. Stolen, Jolly's got it. Coast to coast goes Jolly. Finished with the left hand on the left side. Richfield with a game-high 10-point lead.
Yeah, and there's difference in the defenses between Grantsville and Richfield. Richfield's a half-court defense.
Yeah.
Grantsville's a press and steal you defense.
Off the screen.
Not that they're not a good defensive team.
Right,
otherwise.
just different styles for sure. Stilson left side, crosses over, looks to drive. Picks up that dribble, hands back up top to Gordon. Now straight away with it's Lester. Dribbles with the left hand, good, hezzy move, gets in the lane, left hand finish, and the foul. Great take from Aaliyah Lester. She's a good player.
Trying to get over there to cut him off, just a little slow. The bump as she put it in.
So we're now going to see Audrey Stewart check in. Albrecht picks up her second foul. Coach Peterson not wanting her to pick up a third here, with 21.7 remaining. So Lester, 73% on the season. Cuts it to 7, 27-20, 21.7 left here in half number one. Now Emery's going to bring out a little 2-2-1 press. Ball goes, deflected. Faimalo the steal. Takes it to the rim for two, and the foul. The tide turning here before the half. How about Libby Faimalo?
And a little momentum here for the Spartans. Richfield appeared to be headed into a good halftime lead, either 10 or 8 points. And now Emery with the steal and a 2-and-1.
We're going to get Katie Anderson in as Knutson picks up her first. So kind of a smaller lineup for the Wildcats. You got really 4 guards out there with Audrey Stewart, your lone forward. Free throw coming here for Faimalo, and it goes in. 27-22, or 27-23. It was just a 10-point game literally 30 seconds ago, if that. Ball goes middle to Jolly. Jolly skips to Anderson. Anderson inside. Stewart pumps, shoots, banks, and scores, and Emery breaks the press with 4. With 3, with 2, and with 1. Gordon from half court hits the side of the backboard, and that will do it for the first half. Fun one here in Richfield. Wildcats 29, Spartans 23 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball & Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball & Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you may miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball and Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Mason Machinery has MacDon's M1240 windrower that offers cab features to keep operators safe, comfortable, and productive all day long, including Ultra Glide cab suspension, a high-back multi-adjustable air ride seat, Bluetooth radio, warning beacons, and a fully adjustable steering column. The deluxe option takes it further with heated vented leather seating, power mirrors, and a 360-degree night vision to keep you cutting along after the sun sets. The M1240 is the next level of harvesting performance. Ask Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora about an M1240 for your operation.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Your halftime show is made possible by our friends over at Jones and DeMille Engineering, champions propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones and DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. Halftime score, Richfield 29 and Emery 23. Rick, a fun back and forth game there for a while. Richfield got up to a 10-point lead. Emery with a little momentum heading into the half, but Richfield still got the last laugh with that last bucket.
Well, they got a 6-point shot, a 3-point shot. Then they got a 2-and-1, and it cut that 10-point lead down to 4, putting pressure on Richfield. Richfield broke the press, and Stewart got a lay-in at the end, so it put the lead back to 6. But nonetheless, it did give Emery a little run in this game.
Yeah, it's been impressive to see what the Wildcats were able to do. Your leading scorers here at halftime. Cameron Knutson, she's been great. 8 points for Cameron, 6 points for Abby Albrecht, 5 from Brielle Jolly. On the flip side for the Spartans, they had 8 points from Kennedy Mon off the bench, 5 from Libby Faimalo, including that big and one. Libby's also got the 5 rebounds, and then 5 points from Aaliyah Lester as well. So they've taken Caitlin Nielsen out of the game. Richfield has. She's only taken 3 shots, which is wild to think. So very interesting to see how that ends up working out down the road. She had a great second half yesterday against Grantsville after being a little bit quiet in the first half. Looking here, shooting percentages, Rick. 50 from the field from Richfield. You love that. 30 from the three-point line, 75 at the line. Emery just 35 from the floor and only 11% from 3. They have not shot it as well as they did yesterday.
Yeah, but Emery, the difference to me is their focus has been a little more outside. Of course, you said that's what their game is. This is a little different defensive style than Grantsville is.
Yeah.
Richfield's not going to try and let you have as many outside shots. And that's why Emery pounded the middle, and they were very effective. The 6 of the first 12 points were from in the middle with Amon.
Another thing to keep an eye on, Richfield's a +4 in rebounding, 12-8. Turnovers, though, have been a problem for Richfield, and that's kind of what led to that little run at the end for Emery. 8 turnovers for Richfield to just 3 assists. Emery 2 assists to 6 turnovers.
And it seemed like what Richfield were able to break the press a couple times. They did get some easy shots.
4:35 on our halftime clock. We're going to take another break. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. From slam dunks to buzzer beaters, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team's here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. We'll be back with keys to the second half next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Emery and Richfield, second half, about 2 minutes away. Rick, let's talk about it. What do you want to see? Let's start with the trailing Spartans. They got a little bit of spark there at the end. They were down at halftime yesterday. Coach Faimalo known for keeping his cool, not panicking, certainly at the half. What does Emery need to do to continue what they did well late?
Foul issues are still an issue. They don't get foul trouble, and I think it's obvious they want to still continue to pound that in the middle to try and free up your outside.
Over for the Richfield Wildcats, got up to a 10-point lead, kind of lulled there for a minute. Turnovers were part of that. What do you want to see from the Lady Cats here in half number 2?
Well, I think for Richfield, they want to continue to do the things they've done, but cut down on a few of the turnovers, and they want to continue to get good shots.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you hit it on the head, my friend. 29-23 our score. Again, Richfield 50% from the floor, 30% from 3, 75% at the line. Emery 34% from the floor, 11% from 3, but they went 6 for 6 at the foul line. We'll see if that continues to be a factor here. Both teams shooting it well from the charity stripe. Going to be interesting, Rick, to see. Again, I was so impressed with that second half yesterday from Coach Faimalo, and going to be very interesting to see what adjustments he does, in fact, come up with.
Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments. Great coach, but I think Coach Peterson also, we'll see what he does.
Absolutely. Well, you got to be a good coach to make it to the state championship game, and both of these gentlemen, obviously Coach Faimalo, not a 24-year guy by any means at Emery, but has captivated the crowd there in Castledale. Corner, Sarah Winters with it. Going to get it inside Knutson, lob to Albrecht. She'll turn, power dribble, shoot, bank, and score. Abby Albrecht off the assist from Cameron Knutson.
Yeah, Knutson was patient on that. Albrecht was.
Stilson goes right side, a deflection from Knutson. It'll stay with Emery here with 7:36 to go in the third. First possession for the Spartans here in the third quarter. Jensen with it. Looking to send in. Close to a 5-second call, and we get it. So Emery gets the stop.
Boy, and it's funny, you noticed that. I thought they were a little bit more time, but, I haven't seen only a few 5-second calls all year and a couple in this tournament, and we had a 3-second call. So
Jolly skips left side, and then on the baseline turnover goes back to Emery. There was 7:27 left, so Chance for the Spartans to redeem themselves here. Right side, or left side now. Lester, guarded by Jolly. Defended well. Right-hand dribble. Gets into the paint. Runs into the trees. Trying to find somewhere. Stilson, right corner, open three, off the back rim. Rebound. Faimalo and Winters will get a tie-up. Possession will stay with Emery here. And those are two of your heart players out there going after the basketball between Libby Faimalo and Sarah Winters, both doing an excellent job. Baseline out of bounds here for Emery. Lester sends it back to Stilson. Carly with it, gets it inside to Nielsen. Nielsen bumped, and they're going to call a travel. Possession goes back to Richfield.
Yeah, trying to, she come around. The Richfield defender was there, and she kind of lost her footing and fell down.
Evanson with it. Emery putting a little pressure on, and this worked a little bit for them towards the end of the first half. Right side, Winters with it. Picks up her dribble, skips it up to Jolly. Left side, into the hands of Evanson. Now into Albrecht. Back outside Jolly. Open straightaway three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound inside to Nielsen. Stilson gets it up ahead. Good hustle from Knutson to deflect that out of bounds. It'll stay Emery basketball. 30.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll worry when you have a lead that your team will not come out with energy. Richfield, both these teams have shown the energy here.
Stilson with it, top of the key. Sends it over. Lester pumps. Dribble drive. Runs into a wall of Albrecht. Albrecht deflects it. Faimalo then saves it, but to Evanson. Abby's double teamed, and then they're going to call a foul on Emery here with 6:20 to go. We'll go on Lester with 6:20 left here in the third period. James and Mon, the bench sparks for their respective teams, both check back in.
No surprise here. Emery really needs Mon. She's just a sophomore, terrific player.
Absolutely terrific player. James with it over on the left side. Gives it up top to Jolly. Wildcats going to let this set a little bit. Winters the screen. Jolly gets in the middle of the paint. Knutson, left wing three, buckets. Cameron Knutson for three, 34-23. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Offensive foul. Cameron Knutson drew it. They'll call it on Mon. And the Wildcats with their largest lead of the game, and they get it back, Rick.
Yeah, and that's, Mon is the one player they really need on this court. I think, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Watching her yesterday and today.
Jolly with it. Winters is going to set that same screen. Left-hand dribble from Jolly. Has it deflected by Jensen. Jolly goes back and gets it. Has got Winters. Right side. Sarah will dribble the left hand. Send it up James. Skip. Jolly. Three. Right wing. Up. No. Rebound. Fought for. Winters gets the offensive board. Trying to send it out. She does to Knutson. Cameron. Left wing. Three. No. Rebound. Mon tracks it down. And a foul called on Winters.
Yeah,
on the baseline.
Mon just grabbed the ball, and Winters was going after her, and she flipped it behind her. Had they not called that foul, Richfield probably would have had the ball.
5:24 to go, as we're going to see Stewart and Evanson check in.
And Winters' third foul for Richfield. So Winters with 3 fouls, Mon with 3 fouls. And the difference is I think Richfield's going to take Winters out right now.
Yeah. Right-hand dribble for Stilson. She gives right side to Lester. Lester looking for something to develop on the right side. Mon's trying to post. She's drawn a crowd every time. Skip past Stilson. Makes the catch left corner. 18 on the shot clock. Still plenty of time. Stilson gives to Faimalo. Libby gets it into Mon. Power dribble. Sends it out. We're going to get an offensive foul. That's going to be 4 on Mon as Abby Albrecht doing a great job defensively inside.
Well, she was determined to go here. Look at this replay.
Timeout to Coach Faimalo. We're going to take it here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com. I'll throw it right back.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Tanner Wilkinson, Rick Robinson. Rick, your thoughts going to break there?
Well, one of the differences, you're going to get sometimes a foul that you don't like.
Right.
Richfield took Winters out because she had picked up that third foul, and Emery chose to leave her in with the third foul.
Yep. So she now sits. Nielsen's back in. And now Emery's going to try and put a little pressure on the Wildcats.
And I'm not saying that's the wrong call.
Janes, corner, open triple, buckets. Hallie Janes, right corner three, 37-23, game high 14-point lead for Richfield. Stilson with it up tie for Emery. Right side dribble from Lester, cut off. Good defense from Jolly. Lester goes to her left now. Sends it up top, Jensen. Jensen will drive, Faimalo with it. Libby gives up top. Lester hounded, drives, shoots, is fouled, and Leah Lester, will get to the free throw line to shoot two here with 4:23 to go. Two shots for the 73% three-point shooter. As first of two. No good on the first. So check it back in. Cameron Knutsen's going to sub it. Abby picked up her third foul. Keep an eye if Emery's able to take advantage of that, because Albrecht has been terrific, especially defensively in this game, protecting the paint. Shots up. No. Rebound comes down to Knutsen. And then she traveled with it. It'll go back to Emery. So Spartans go 0 for 2 at the line, catch a break with the travel.
Tough break there for Richfield. They had the ball and a little momentum here. But Emery takes it out underneath their own basket.
Ball goes back in. Jensen, left side, trying to get that in the paint. They give it back to Lester. She'll fake it. Now Stilson resets, 27 on the shot clock. Left side, Jensen comes off the Nielsen screen, looks to attack, floater, short, fight for the rebound. Nielsen's got it, stick it back up, no, but a foul. And Caitlin Nielsen will now go to the free throw line with 4:03 remaining. We'll call that on Hallie Janes. Her second. Nielsen on the season, 76%. Was terrific at the line against Grantsville yesterday. See if this gets her going. Free throw's good.
Well, 76% is a really good foul.
It's a dang good number, yeah.
I mean, you're going to miss a few, but that's the kind of girl you want shooting.
Absolutely. Seconds up, down. She knocks them both in. 37-25, 4:03 to go in the third quarter. Richfield still with the lead. Press comes here from Emery. Janes with it. Hallie skips it across. Knutsen had Stewart for a moment, gives it inside to Jolly. Shoot off the back rim and in for two. 39-25. 3:50 to go. Long outlet. Nielsen now off a make. No, but a foul, and Hallie's going to have three with 3:44 remaining. Fouls starting to pile up for Richfield now. Two free throws here for Nielsen.
So they have Winters, Albrecht, and James with three each.
Nielsen's first goes again. She's just again terrific at the line. 39-26. 3:44 remaining. Oh, and we got the trophies being walked right in front of us here.
Yeah, when you said 3:44 remaining.
In the third.
In the third.
In the third, yes,
I want
sir.
to make sure we.
Yeah.
I mean, the TV people would know that on
right.
TV.
Nielsen shots. 4 for 4. Wow. 39-27. 3:44 left in the third. Jolly will take it out baseline. Give it in right side, Knutsen. Cameron with the right hand dribble. He's going to give to Jolly straight away. Gives left side now to Evanson. Straight away, Jolly. Now left side, Evanson. Abigail gives to Stewart. Stewart pumping. Gives left side, Knutsen and Jolly. Jolly, right wing three up, in and out. Fight for the rebound, and we'll get a loose ball foul going the other way. Stewart picks it up. It's free throws for Emery. That's the 5th team foul on the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, this game has definitely changed on how they've called it. Most of the tournament, they've let you bang away, and not this game.
No. So Faimalo, who hit a big free throw before halftime, will go to the line. Just 47% on the year, but she's been pretty darn near perfect in the tournament. That's when you need them most. First of two's up, off the back rim and in. Soft shooter's touch, 39-28.
Well, sometimes those stats aren't real accurate either. It depends on how many foul shots a player has shot during the season, you know.
Faimalo's second, also good.
They're
3 for
both
3.
kind of frozen ropes.
Yeah, tight roping it for sure. Jolly to inbound, sends it right corner, Knutson. Cameron, right hand dribble, up top, Jolly with it. Swings left side, Evanson. Abigail pumps, pulls it back out. 3:05 to go. Left hand from Evanson. Up top to Jolly. Jolly will look to attack. Brielle gets inside, throws up the shot, no. How about the rebound inside from Anderson? Ball up top, Knutson. Give Jolly right side. Now Evanson with it. She'll dribble drive, get inside, throw up a tough shot, no. Fight for the rebound. Evanson saves it. And a shot clock violation. Ball never hit the rim, never reset.
They had 2 different attempts, but couldn't get the ball to hit the rim, so it was a shot clock violation. And you're not going to be disappointed with getting 2 shots off, other than you lost the ball, because Richfield did have the ball.
How about Katie Anderson, smallest player on the floor, getting that? And Nielsen a little shaken up as she heads to the sideline, a little gimpy with that ankle. Here with 2:42 to go in the third period of play. Faimalo, baseline. Sends it in to Jensen. Callie with the right-hand dribble. Guarded out front by Katie Anderson. Looks to cross over. 2:33 left here in the third. Stilson over on the left side. Looks to come off the screen. Carly will look to attack. Defended well out front by Evanson. Up top, Faimalo, now left side. Stilson, 10 on the clock, gives right side to Jensen. She looks to attack, is bumped. Skip pass up, taken away, Knutson's got it. Cameron looking to go coast to coast with the left hand, fouled, and Cameron will shoot 2 free throws with 2:07 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I had to be looking at Cameron now. She was waiting for that pass, and it was almost like the pass was to her. She just cut in front of it. Terrific play by Knutson.
She'll get 2:07 left in the third period. 10-point lead. Knocks it down. She'll get one more with 2:07 left here in the third. Richfield's led by as many as 14. Leads back at 11 here. Second one's up. No. Rebound comes down to Gordon. And Evanson's picking up. Stilson full court here. Well, 2 minutes left here in the third. Richfield's had the advantage this quarter. Can Emery answer late like they did in quarter number 2? Jensen gets to the rim. Scoop shot for 2. Nifty move from Callie Jensen.
And that was just a great go on the left side and scoop it up and in.
Evanson with it. Tightly guarded by Stilson. Evanson up top. Richfield with a bit of foul trouble. They've weathered it really well as it goes through the hands there of Jolly. Now we'll get a tie-up between Jensen and Jolly. Possession will stay with Richfield. 1:30 left in the third. As Richfield runs this line, space sideline out of bounds play. They get it in to Stewart. Hand back to Jolly and a foul.
Yeah, we both saw that.
Yeah. 2 free throws here for Brielle.
She was sprinting to go in, and they just grabbed a hold of her.
So, 2 free throws.
Sometimes they don't call that, though,
right,
because, they've got to see it, too.
Shots up, no good. Minute 28 left here in the third quarter. One more for Jolly. No, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Lester. Now we'll get another tie-up. This play is now going to go back to Emery with 1:26 left in the quarter.
So Richfield going to the foul line. They only picked up 1 of the 4 shots. Last time Emery, they picked up 4 of their 4 shots. So
Jensen looks to bring it across. Anderson out on her. Looks to attack. Good defense from Katie Anderson, moving her feet extremely well. The handoff to Stilson. Stilson drives, blocking foul inside on Stewart. 2 shots coming here for Stilson with 1:12 to play. I've loved the sportsmanship in this game, Rick. Anytime a girl hits the floor, both teams are helping each other up.
And they both really want to win.
Yeah. Stilson.
I don't know if you'd see that as much in a boys' game.
We haven't this weekend. I'll leave it at that. Free throws here for Stilson. Up and no good. So a couple misses from Richfield. Now Emery with a miss at the line. Both teams shot it well at the line in the first half. She'll get one more here. With 1:12 left in the third. Goes in. 40-32, 1:12 left. Emery will press here. Jolly gets it in, right side, Knutson. It's a soft press as Emery's going to back off just a bit. Jolly, left hand, power dribble, looks to attack, hand off, Evanson. Right side, Knutson with it. Jolly, open 3, Stewart, no good, rebound to Jensen. Under a minute to play here in the third. Jensen will look to attack. Good defense from Anderson. Boy, moving her feet. Excellent defense. Skip pass. Lester, 3, up. Good. Aaliyah Lester with a 3, and the press is now on with 39 ticks. Timeout to Coach Peterson. We'll take it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, KSLSports.com, and ETV.
As a parent, you never want to see your child struggling with suicidal thoughts. But today, the threat is hidden deep within their phones. That's why I rely on Bark. Built by parents, for parents. Bark's award-winning dashboard monitors text messages, emails, and over 30 different apps and platforms for potential safety concerns. Hey, can we talk?
We at Centricom want to help every family protect their children. Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Left, Richfield basketball here. Ball goes into Albrecht. Janes, Albrecht, Winters all in with those 3 fouls. They want to hold for likely 1 shot here, Rick. I like that substitution by Coach Janes. Just don't pick up an offensive foul here. Winters into Albrecht. She lowers, turns, travels, and it will go back to Emery with 20.9 on the clock. If you're Richfield, do you sub these girls back out with the 3 fouls?
No. I think he's done letting us run go. I think he's playing for the marbles here. I don't think you'll see substitution now. Maybe if someone were to get a 4th foul.
Stilson with it. Hand off, Jensen. 12 on the clock, looks to cross over. Comes off the screen, gives to Faimalo. She'll take the 3. It's off the rim, no, out of bounds. Will go to Emery, or to go to Richfield, excuse me, with 3.6 on the clock. Emery still going to press. This will be interesting. Emery, if you foul here and you're over-aggressive, it's free throws for Richfield. Janes to Albrecht. Abby dribbles, gets to midcourt, throws up the shot. Oh, my goodness, that was awfully close. 1 quarter left. Rick Robinson here. It's Richfield 40, Emery 35. 4th quarter next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. Richfield led by as many as 14 in that quarter. It's now down to 5. Emery ends up winning the quarter, Rick, by a point.
Yeah, and a little run there at the end.
Inside pass, Knutson deflected, stays Richfield ball.
And Richfield, what happened toward the end, Richfield had 3 of their main players sitting out with 2 fouls. We'll see if that continues. Richfield did have a turnover the last time.
Janes to inbound. Goes to Jolly, stolen by Jensen. Great anticipation from Callie Jensen.
So back-to-back turnovers for Richfield.
Stilson with it up top. Handoff, Jensen pumps. Looks to attack with the left hand. Sends it over in the corner. Now back up top to Carly Stilson. She'll look to attack. Lowers the shoulder. Corner 3 from Gordon. Short. Rebound Knutson. And then out of bounds, Emery basketball with 7:22 to go. Knutson just lost her balance.
Yeah, trying to get that rebound. And now Emery's going to go after it. They're going to bring Mon back into the game.
7:22 left. Mon had picked up that 4th foul pretty early in the 3rd.
Richfield's playing with 3 fouls on 3 players. Mon has 4.
Keep in mind, Caitlin Nielsen had an injury. She has not returned yet, but is back on the bench. They go low to Mon. Struggles with the catch, turn, shoot, no. Rebound, Hallie Janes. A good look, good defense, though, from Albrecht. Jolly, left wing 3, short. Jensen goes, and Jolly just following her shot. Wrong place, wrong time. Will go the other way for the Spartans.
And it'll be non-shooting, but it does give a foul early here. Now at this time, if you end up with 5 fouls, they shoot 2. There's no 1-on-1, so it becomes a critical factor in this quarter.
First year that rule has been the case. Stilson with it. Guarded out front by Knutson. Still a 5-point game. Lester, who hit a big 3 in the 3rd. Dribble drive, send it out. Jensen. Buckets from 3. Callie Jensen, and it's a 1-possession game. From 14 down, the Spartans of Emery have stormed back. Right side, Janes with it. Gives to Albrecht. Lowers the shoulder, gets to the rim, blocked by Mon. Spartans have it. Chance to tie or take the lead. 6:32 in the ball game. Stilson, Jensen. Looks to attack. Drives it. Fouled. It'll be side out of bounds.
And that's on Winters.
That'll be her 4th. With 6:23 to go.
Last time Emery led was 4-3. They have not led since then.
Lester sends it back into Jensen. Guarded by Winters with the 4 fouls. Goes low to Mon. Mon turns, shoots, misses. Fight for the rebound. Stilson's got it, and then she's bumped and fouled by Knutson with 6:15 to go. 3 fouls now on the Wildcats.
And say now that gives Richfield 2 different players with, well, Knutson's only her 2nd.
Yeah, her 2nd foul. So we'll get Caitlin Nielsen back in. Good to see her re-enter after that ankle injury. Evanson's in. Winters will have a seat with 6:15 to go in the ball game. Lester will trigger baseline here for Emery. Looking to send it in. Goes back to Stilson, guarded by Evanson. In the paint, Mon. Turns, sends to the corner. No one's there. Out of bounds to Richfield.
Yeah, she was determined because she could feel the double team's been coming. She thought, oh, I'm going to go out wide, and Richfield able to get a turnover there.
Janes with it. Gives right side, Albrecht. Straight away now, looks to attack, crosses over. Evanson thought about the 3, drives, bounce pass in. Albrecht collects it, sends it to Janes. Hallie, 3, buckets! Hallie Janes with a 3, Wildcats back up 5.
Second leading 3-point shooter in all the state, all classifications. Ice water on that shot.
Jensen to drive it. Takes it. No, but a foul, and Hallie's going to pick up her 4th here with 5:37 to go in the ball game.
Well, you got to understand that they are not going to let you reach at all. In other games, they have let you do that, but in this game, if you reach on it, they've called it.
Callie Jensen to the line, 5:37 to go. First one up and down, 43-39. Libby Faimalo's going to check in. She's going to replace Nielsen. who gets a nice hand heading to the bench. One more here for Callie, who's been great in this ball game. Had kind of a quiet tournament. She's been terrific tonight. One more, up and down, 43-40, 5:37 to go in the ball game. Still a 3-point lead for the Wildcats. Ball goes left side, Evanson. They get it into low block to Albrecht. She turns, pivots, keeps that foot alive, spins, count the bucket and the foul. Mon fouls out. Albrecht will go to the line for a 3-point play.
See, and that's how this game's been called. I'm not saying whether or not I like that, but see, all or post, if you bump a player, they're calling it.
Free throw coming here for Albrecht.
And it depends on which side you're on.
So she's got 5.
Yeah, that'll be 5 for her.
Just a sophomore, Kennedy Mon. So important to what they've done.
How big of a underhand scoop, though, was that by Abby? Oh, she reached underneath and scooped it in. That was not an easy shot.
Mon will sit. Nielsen back in the game. 5:24 left here in the fourth. One shot here for Abby Albrecht. She hits it, 46-40, 5:24 left. Timeout to Richfield. We'll take it on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamheim.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Welcome back on in. 46-40 our score. 5:24 to go in the ball game. A 6-point lead for Richfield. Monumental play. Abby Albrecht gets the N1. Kennedy Mon fouls out. Richfield by 6. Jensen with the basketball, left hand, handoff Carly Stilson. Hesitation dribble, foul out front on Richfield, and this is now going to be 2 free throws for Stilson with 5:14 to go. And Stilson on the year, 75%. First of 2.
Abby's first foul.
Good. 46-41, 5:14 to play in the ball game. Been a fun state championship weekend. One more. Good. 46-42, 5:14 to play here in the fourth. Right side Knutson gets it middle. Albrecht. Abby looks to attack. Sends it over. 3. Jolly. Short. Rebound Nielsen. Travels with it. It'll go back to Richfield.
Yeah, they couldn't quite secure the rebound, trying to pick it up. And so now Richfield will have it underneath their own basket.
Janes to trigger. Looking. Sends it in right side, Evanson. Abigail with it. Back up top, Cameron Knutson. Trying to feed that in the paint here. Knutson stolen, no, a foul. And Cameron will have it side out of bounds as she was passing, not shooting. Richfield gets it underneath.
And I'll tell you what, I don't care which team you are, if you don't drive to the basket, because they're calling that you drive the basket.
Baseline, another block and a foul on Lester. Here with 4:51 to go.
That's 4 on Lester.
Janes lobs it in. Albrecht. Handoff Jolly. Back to Evanson. Janes pumps. Good closeout by Faimalo. Deflection from Jensen. Recovered by Jolly. James.
No reset with the shot clock, though.
24 on it. Now down to 20. Right side, Knutson. 4-point game. Dumps it inside Albrecht. Powers loses the basketball. Faimalo's got it. Into the hands of Stilson. Stilson looks to cross over. On the left side. Comes off the screen. Stilson will get to the 10. Layup. Good. Carly Stilson with a big basket. 2-point game once again. Coach Faimalo tried getting a timeout. He does not. Knutson looks to attack right side. Shots up. No. Fight for the rebound. Out of bounds. No, it's saved. Emery possession. Chance to tie or take the lead. Lester. Long two for the tie. Good. 3:54 left. It was a 14-point lead for Richfield. Emery takes the timeout. We'll take it as well on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Ball game. Richfield 46, Emery 46. Rick Robinson, we got a doozy down here at the SBC.
Emery's gotten back in after being 14 down. They have tied it. Last time we were tied, it was at 6-6.
Ball goes right side to Albrecht now. Press broken with ease. Abbey looks to attack right off the bat, lays it up and in. Good take from Albrecht, 48-46, 3:44 left. Stilson with it across the timeline, guarded by Evanson. Going to hand off right side Lester. Lester now with the left hand, dribbles, sends to the corner. Jensen thought about the three, will drive it. Gets inside, draws a crowd. Lester, open corner three for the lead. Off the rim, no. Off the rim, no. Offensive rebound, Nielsen, no. Albrecht skies high for the rebound.
Yeah, a couple good looks. I thought the three-point shot was going to bounce in, but Albrecht did a nice job of securing the rebound for Richfield.
Evanson sends right side to Jolly. Brielle with the left-hand dribble, gives left side now to Evanson. Entry pass, Albrecht turns, shoots, no. Great defense by Nielsen inside, and she gets the rebound. Another chance to tie or take the lead for Emery. Stilson with it, 2:53 to go. Comes off the high screen, handoff, Lester. Lester will drive it. Hand back to Callie Jensen in the paint, Nielsen. Back out Faimalo, right side Lester, 14 on the clock. Lester dribble drive inside for two, no, rebound. Albrecht. Knutson's got it on the right side for Richfield. Evanson will pull it back out and reset for Richfield with a 2-point lead. Cameron on the right side. Gives to James. Hallie, lob, deflected, ends up with Knutson. Floater for two, off the rim and in. Richfield back up 4, 50-46.
Knutson picked up a ball that looked like it was going to be a turnover.
Stilson with the ball, looks to drive it. Deflected, Jensen's got it. 4-point lead for Richfield, 2 minutes left in the state championship. Fumble, Jolly the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Brielle, bounce pass Evanson, back to Jolly. Give and go for two. Wildcats by 6. Minute 50 to go. Timeout to Emery. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Teamhive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball & Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball & Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you may miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball & Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Minute 49 to go in this ball game. Richfield 52, Emery 46. How about the play of the seniors, Rick? Cameron Knutson and Brielle Jolly doing a fantastic job.
Oh, I'll tell you what, just when it appeared they'd lost all momentum, and Emery had a couple shots, the one three-point shot bounced. I thought it was going to go in, and then they had a point-blank shot. But this game's far from over.
So it'll be side out of bounds for Emery. Still plenty of time in this one. Minute 48 left. Jensen over on the left side. Dribble drive, gets in the paint, picks up her dribble, sends to the corner. Stilson. Carly will look to attack. Gets in the paint. Scoop shot with the left hand, no. Fight for the rebound. We're going to get a tie-up.
Yes.
Possession stays with Emery.
And Hallie James very carefully went in there to not get a foul and tie that up.
We're going to get Katie Anderson in for Hallie James. Katie's played terrific defense tonight. Lester to send in. Goes back deep. Evanson closes out extremely well on Stilson. Stilson looks to attack off the dribble. Crosses over. Jensen deflected. Cameron Knutson hounding her now. Recovered by Jensen. Massive white wall there of Richfield players. Smart play by Jensen to throw it off him. 20 on the shot clock here.
Yeah, that does not reset the clock.
Minute 16 on the game, 20 on the shot. Jensen needing some help, goes to Stilson in the backcourt. How about Abigail Evanson's defense here? Minute 10 to go. Faimalo's going to set the screen. Stilson takes it, pumps, skips over. Gordon inside, good hands by Knutson, stays. Emery ball, only 6 on the shot clock.
And Knutson, it looked like she was open. She was jumping up and down there. Knutson closed very quickly to knock that out of bounds.
Looking to send in, goes out. Stilson had a chance, now takes it short. Rebound to Katie Anderson. Under a minute to go, Richfield by 6. Bounce pass to Jolly, timeout Coach Peterson. We're going to keep this here, Rick. Richfield 6-point lead in possession. Game's not over, but the odds are really well in Richfield's favor here.
Well, what you're going to see pressure here.
Yeah.
And it's still, Emery still only has 3 fouls, so they have a foul to give. They can be extremely aggressive trying to get the ball, and they've had some success with that.
Let's talk about what's being talked about in the timeout here for Richfield. Obviously, you're going to get Hallie James in. She's over 90% at the line on the season. What do you like here if you're Richfield offensively?
Well, you got to get it in. That's the first thing. And then you know you're probably going to get fouled.
Yeah.
So you just got to avoid a turn. But if you're Emery, you can give it all the gusto.
Yeah. Yep, it's now or never. Appreciate everyone tuning in here at our 3A state championship. We've got Richfield and Emery, Wildcats 6-point lead, 51 seconds left and possession. So it'll be Jolly, Albrecht, James, Evanson, and Knutson.
Yeah, and Richfield's going to pick a... Well, this is Richfield's ball.
Richfield possession. Jolly to inbound here. Looking for James. Ball deflected and taken away. Do we get a foul? We do. Is it on James?
Yeah, the ball slipped through her hands, and then she reached around to grab it.
So that's going to be 2 free throws here for Gordon. They get the steal and the stop, And Hallie's fouled out of the game. And she's going to get a much-deserved ovation here. One of the best shooters in the history of girls basketball in the state of Utah.
Oh, she's been terrific. She's hit some big three-pointers in this game. Maybe not a huge number, but the ones she hit were huge.
Katie Anderson in. 48.5 on the clock. 2 free throws here for Cabry Gordon, the sophomore. Richfield by 6. Gordon shot in and out for Emery. She'll get one more. Will Cabry Gordon.
Well, that still not huge other, you have a chance to get points, so it is huge. I guess
One more. Gordon. Good. 52-47, 48.5. Jolly gets it into Albrecht. Back to Jolly. Heavy pressure here. Jolly fouled. That's just the 14th foul. Emery had one to give, Rick, so it'll be side out of bounds again here.
And they were very aggressive, which you would expect. Now there's 44 seconds on the clock, but only the shot clock's at 35. So if Emery could get a steal and a quick shot here, they wouldn't have to foul.
Winters in. She's at 73% on the season. Ball goes into Albrecht. Now back to Jolly. Jolly pumps. Has Winters left side. Sarah gets it ahead to Evanson. Abigail's fouled out front by Callie Jensen. So 2 free throws here for Abigail Evanson, who on the year is at 66%, one of the better shooters on this Wildcat. I mean, everyone on the floor can hit free throws for Richfield, and that's got to be a real comfort here for Mark Peterson. As Lester will check in. First one, good for Evanson, the senior.
And at this point, every point is huge for either side.
One more with 38.1 on the clock. Up, no. Rebound comes down to Gordon. Emery looks to push here. Stilson crosses over once, twice, gets to the rim, floats for 2, no. Rebound Albrecht. Abby's fouled. Shot clock is off with 28 seconds.
Boy, and Emery had someone open in the corner. Don't know if you saw that.
I didn't catch it.
All alone for a three-point setup because it's still a 2-possession game here.
Free throws for Abby Albrecht. 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6-point lead for Richfield, smelling a state championship here. Albrecht's first is up and down.
Well, she looked good on that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's had just an outstanding game. Rebounding, defense, scoring.
Shots up, no. And Jensen grabs the rebound. Emery will push. Final 28 seconds here. Jensen looks to attack, gets inside, sends it out. The drive from Stilson. Now out. Jensen, 15-foot J. Good. 15 seconds. Coach Faimalo takes a timeout here. And at this point, Rick, it's stop and score, stop and score.
Yeah, and he had to take a timeout because you could take 5 seconds out and let the clock run. I had somebody the other day said, the clock's running.
Yeah, well, it always has.
It does run when you take it. It's not the NBA.
No, or the college game either. So 14.1 is on the clock here. 54, or no, they're going to put it back at 15. Yeah, that's what it was at. So big thing for Richfield again here, Rick, just get the ball in.
Yeah, because you know you're going to get fouled.
Yep.
And the question is who do you want to get it into, or who can you get it into? Sometimes it's just desperation.
Better to get it into someone than no one. So we'll see what the design is here coming out of the out-of-bounds play with 15 seconds on the clock here in the fourth. Wildcats go with their starting 5. Emery, a bit of a smaller lineup with Gordon out there. Kind of a quicker lineup trying to get the steal. Jensen gets it in to Evanson. She's immediately fouled by Gordon. So 2 free throws coming up here for Abigail once again. She split the last 2 on her last trip down with 13.2 left.
And what you have is a 5-point lead. If she makes both of them, Richfield's in pretty good shape. One, they're still in pretty good shape.
So Evanson.
But I think it would ice it if she made both.
She makes both. Long. Makes it a 3-possession game. You mentioned first is good. 55-49. 13.2 on the clock. She'll get one more. Up and down. 56-49.
Yeah, Richfield's going to probably win this, barring some miracle.
Stilson looks to attack. Loses the ball. It's in the hands of Albrecht, and the Wildcats have done it. An 11-year streak. They call a jump ball with 2.3 to go. It'll be Wildcat ball. 2013 was the last one, and in his final game as the head coach after 24 years in Richfield, Mark Peterson is walking out a champion.
360 wins, 7th most in high school. And all.
Wow. What a scene here at the Sevier Valley Center as the doggy pile starts and the celebration will continue here in Richfield all night long. Your 2024 3A State Girls Basketball Champions, the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, and they came in as the 2 seed. Just a terrific game. Give Emery credit. I'll tell you what, this Emery team was very upstart, and they gave Richfield all they could handle, but at the end of the day, Richfield did the things they needed to. This is a really good Richfield team.
Absolutely. The comeback kids of the Emery Spartans come up just a bit shy as the handshake line begins. This was such a well-played game, Rick. Such good sports between the two. Two fantastic coaches, two fantastic communities. God, exactly what a championship game deserves to be.
Well, in 18, Emery came from behind in the 4th quarter and beat Richfield. Great. Those were 2 really good teams also.
Yeah.
But tonight, when Emery came up and tied the game, appeared they had the momentum, Richfield answered and able to hold on and claim the title.
The thrill of victory, agony of defeat. You see it every year at the end of the season. And your final score, once again, Richfield 56, Emery 49. What a phenomenal, phenomenal season for these Wildcats. And a phenomenal season for Emery as they'll accept the 2nd place trophy here momentarily. Coach Faimalo, can't say enough about the job Coach John Faimalo's done this season. Bringing them down from behind against the number 1 and 2 seeds. Just came up a little short tonight. As the seniors for Emery, including Carly Stilson, Aaliyah Lister, Libby Faimalo, will go out to receive the trophy for 2nd place. And now the Richfield Wildcats, with this star-studded senior class, begins the celebration here at the SVC. What a fantastic moment, and here come the students, ready to celebrate with them.
I'll go see if I can get a couple of them over here.
Yeah, please do. We'll have some post-game interview. We're going to take a short break on the radio side of things. Video coverage will continue. We'll come back, get some post-game coverage next with your Sunrise Engineering post-game show on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Mason Machinery has MacDon's M1240 windrower that offers cab features to keep operators safe, comfortable, and productive all day long, including Ultra Glide cab suspension, a high-back multi-adjustable air ride seat, Bluetooth radio, warning beacons, and a fully adjustable steering column. The deluxe option takes it further with heated vented leather seating, power mirrors, and a 360-degree night vision to keep you cutting long after the sun sets. The M1240 is the next level of harvesting performance. Ask Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora about an M1240 for your operation.
Hi, this is Eric Schmutz, president of State Bank of Southern Utah. I want you to know that State Bank is healthy, well capitalized, and we have money to lend. You should know that we have the best lending officers in the state. In fact, State Bank has been ranked the #1 medium SBA lender in Utah for the past 2 years in a row, and we're working hard to make it 3. If you have a project that we can help with or any financial need, please give us a call or stop by any of our 13 offices.
In Richfield, call 896-9287. State Bank of Southern Utah, member FDIC.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Ashley Steck at Steck Investments in Richfield is an independent local agent, meaning he can shop all available companies to find the right plan for you. Steck Investments handles pensions, 401k rollovers, IRAs, life and health insurance, Medicare supplements, drug plans, and dental plans. Call Ashley today at 435-979-0007 to find the best investment and insurance plan for you. Steck Investments, 635 North Main Street in Richfield. For all your insurance and investment needs, call 979-0007.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
When Bark detects a digital danger, I receive automatic alerts so that I can deal with problems as they arise, while still respecting my son's privacy by not having to read through every single message. Bark even delivers research-backed recommendations on dealing with the issue. This helps me and my son work together, trust each other, and build a deeper bond. Bark has helped protect millions of children while detecting tens of thousands of severe self-harm situations. Bark brings us closer together.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. State championship coverage here live from Richfield. Your final score, Richfield 56, Emery 49. Tanner Wilkinson joined by senior Sarah Winters. Sarah, first of all, congratulations. You
Thank
are
you.
a state champion.
I know, I'm so excited.
Senior year, final game. Just take us through those final moments celebrating with your teammates out there.
I was in foul trouble for most of the fourth, so that kind of sucked, but I couldn't be more proud of our team. We have been looking forward to this since we've been in like 5th grade and watching like the seniors like Emma and Caitlin, and we just looked up them so much and we just wanted to finish it, so we're so happy that we could.
You were a sophomore 2 years ago, losing in the state championship. What is that feeling of redemption like right now in this moment?
It feels better than anything, honestly. Like, that was probably the hardest thing that we had gone through as a team as a sophomore, and all of my best friends are on that team, and it's good to finally get a win for them. So they'll be happy, all my friends that graduated that year.
You hit the 2 clutch free throws last night to seal the win. You make some big plays early in this game to give your team some energy. Just want to say congratulations, a great tournament for you and your team. Go celebrate and enjoy. We don't want to keep you here too long. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Sarah Winters, senior, joining us. Now we are going to get Abby Albrecht on the headset. Abby, you are a state champion. Just take us through it. Sarah just did. Why don't you take us through the emotions and kind of how those final moments played out?
It just feels amazing to work all hard this whole season, pushing through it every practice, just to be able to get it done.
Couple times coming up short the last few seasons. You said it. You got it done.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you play in the post. There's a lot of contact in the post throughout the entirety of the game. Tell us a little bit about the toughness of having to play 3 games in 3 days against 3 good teams down low.
It's exhausting. It definitely is. I played against some hard competition this weekend. The Mon girl was very tough, and so was the Nilsson girl. And Carbon was very hard too, and KNU, but I don't know, just my teammates helping me, pushing through it, and having confidence in me, it helped me a lot to push through.
Speaking of the offensive side of banging down low, you also had to do that defensively. You're phenomenal. The best post defense I've seen in a tournament run. That's just my opinion.
Thank you so much.
What goes into that, your post defense?
Last year during practice we had Nicole Willardson, and she was very tough to defend, and I had to defend her in practice, so that helped me a lot.
I love it. How are you celebrating tonight?
It's with my teammates.
Love it. Congratulations, Abby. 2024 state champion as the coverage continues here from Richfield. Go have a great time.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again on just an absolutely spectacular performance.
Thank you.
We're going to get Hallie Janes on here next. Again, your final score here, Richfield defeats Emery 56-49. Wanted to get you an update from 2A real quick for people wondering about that. The Kanab Lady Cowboys have three-peated. They have won 3 straight championships now, and they could have gone for 4. 4 straight championship game appearances. So congrats to Kanab, and obviously congrats here to Richfield. So now we got Hallie Janes on the set. I've been wanting, Hallie, congratulations. You are a state champion as a senior.
Jeez, I have no words.
You've been playing at the varsity level since you were a sophomore. I asked your teammates about that loss 2 years ago in the championship game. How good does the redemption feel?
Oh my gosh, I need to stop crying. It's just, this group of girls just works harder than anyone, and it's fun to win for each other because we've been wanting it for so long. And really just.
Throughout the tournament, you end up knocking down 23s in 4 games. It was just an absolute brilliant shooting display. I got to ask, do you wear 30 for Steph?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you watch Sabrina Steph last week?
I did.
So here's my idea for next year. Let's get Steph, Clay, Dame Lillard, Sabrina, Caitlin Clark, and Hallie Janes at All-Star Weekend. Does that sound like a plan?
That would be awesome.
What's your overall feeling here? You've kind of had a few moments to let it sink in. Maybe. I don't want to speak for you, but just overall tell us how you're feeling.
It's just my teammates really just wanted this, and it's fun to get it for them and just for them, especially after 4 years of working hard.
Plans tonight?
Enjoy it.
Love
Have fun.
it.
Celebrate.
Congratulations. We'll let you go celebrate with your teammates. That was absolutely a fantastic performance all throughout this tournament. Go enjoy it. Have a great time. Thank you, Hallie.
Thank you.
That is Hallie Janes joining us here. Again, coverage coming from Richfield. Wildcats win 56-49. First state championship since 2013. As now we're going to get Coach Mark Peterson on the headset. Big shout out to Rick Robinson for getting all these organized because it's a bit chaotic out here. Coach, what a way to go out. How about it? First championship since 2013. You get it done here with such great community support. Just a phenomenal run in this tournament. I just want to say personally, congratulations.
Hey, I appreciate it. So proud of these girls and for the work, the time they put in. I mean, the kids just played their hearts out.
Take us through those final moments. A bit of a comeback here from Emery late. It's the same thing they did to Grantsville last night. They're the comeback kids. What was your message to your team those last few timeouts to weather the storm?
You're in the state tournament. Very seldom do we play a game where the teams aren't going to make a big fight at the end. And we knew Emery's a great team. They have a great coach. And I just kept reminding them, we got to finish it. And they did. They stuck to it.
Biggest thing that you want to take away from tonight here in your last game, 24 years, what's your biggest takeaway ending here on a state championship?
How blessed I've been. And it's not, this trophy is a great thing, but it's the relationships. It's these kids. It's the community. I've been blessed. I'm to be surrounded. I have great coaches. I got the best assistant coaches there are. They make my job easy. My team makes my job easy. I've just been blessed.
Coach, I'm going to let you enjoy it.
Hey,
congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy, and congratulations just on a phenomenal career here at Richfield High School.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That is Coach Mark Peterson joining us and taking the trophy with him. Not going to leave it here. So big thanks again to Rick Robinson for getting all of these. We're going to have the net cutting coming up here in just a little bit. That coverage is going to continue right here on on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamheim.live. NETV. We good to end the radio side of things, Barrett. Going to get some final thoughts here from Rick Robinson as we wrap this thing up here. Rick, what a night. Wildcats win it. What a way for Mark Peterson to end his career here at Richfield High School.
Oh, yeah, and it's mass. I've been out here gathering players, and I know I missed a few players. I'm sorry about that. I couldn't find them.
It's pandemonium.
And I tried.
Well, you did it with the pandemonium. You did a great job getting the girls you did, and Coach Peterson. Rick, just want to get you some final thoughts here before we send you to go celebrate, because you're a part of this too. You're such a big part of this community and what goes down here. Just wanted to get your final thoughts.
Well, it's been a long time. Richfield's had some tough times. They've had a really good records, but getting the championship, it's been 11 years. And I can't say enough about the community. The football team, and the boys team took third.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you look at that and you say, oh, they didn't win it. But they took third place in a very tough 3A tournament, and that still won't be any solace. But the girls, congratulations.
Yeah.
They weren't favored by
I'll be honest, I had them in the championship game, but I had them losing to Grantsville. No, it is the year of the Wildcat. Rick, you're the man. Appreciate you, as always. Enjoy the night tonight, my friend. You deserve it.
Well, no, thank you. I appreciate being with you. You get to call another championship.
I do. My night's not done. I'm just getting started.
Thank you so much. And I can't say enough to Mid-Utah Radio and to Team Hive. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. That is Rick Robinson, the voice of the Wildcats, joining us as the nets are about to be cut down. Let's give a big thanks to executive producer, and yes, I did say executive producer, Barrett Hilton, running the show. Folks, we got a lot of good comments about these state championships, and really all our coverage all throughout the year. Barrett Hilton's the man behind the screen, if you will. There's some of us behind the mic. Barrett's behind the screen making this all happen. We love Barrett. We appreciate him, and his night is also not done, as we'll have the boys championship coming up next. Big thanks to Joe Williams, Adam Coombs, Cole Wissinger, Kyler, the Temp Jensen, and our guy Alex Doss as well. We've just had a great crew all weekend long down here in Richfield. One more to go. The Richfield Wildcats, your 2024 state champions. My name is Tanner Wilkinson. Your final score here from Richfield: Wildcats 56, Spartans 59. Congrats again to Richfield, your 2024 3A girls state basketball champions. We'll say goodbye to our radio friends. Be back here on Team Live, TeamHive.live for the boys action next. South Summit and Judge Memorial coming up next. This has been the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com. So long and good night from Richfield, Utah.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah.